Nicola Bawden, a dance teacher from Poole. Vanda Fairchild, a staff nurse from Tulse Hill. Kim Dalton, a photographer from Croydon. And Tony Bayford, a gym owner from Caterham. Tonight face the ultimate challenge, the might of the Gladiators. Jet. Warrior. Lightning. Shadow. Cobra. Panther. Wolf. Flame. Hawk. Phoenix. Saracen and Scorpio. Coming to you from the National Indoor Arena in Birmingham. Here are the presenters of Gladiators, John Fashnu and Ulrika Johnson.
Well, what a welcome, and a very warm welcome to you, to Gladiators. The atmosphere here at the National Indoor Arena is really electric, ladies and gentlemen, because tonight we stage our semi-final. 2 male and 2 female contenders will battle it out against the might of the Gladiators for a place in our grand final.
And in that final, the highest scoring male and female contender will share £10,000.
So without further ado, let's give a very warm welcome to our first female semi-finalist. She is Nikki Bawden. Hello, Nikki, and congratulations, I should say, to reach this stage.
Thank you very much.
You've enjoyed your time here on Gladiators, have you not?
Yes, I have. Everybody's been really good. We've had a great fun.
Remind us where you come from and what you actually do.
I come from Poole in Dorset, and I teach dancing.
What sort of dancing?
Tap, ballet and modern.
To what age groups?
From 3-year-olds upwards.
Oh, really? Tiny tots?
Yes.
Well, I hope they're staying up watching tonight.
I hope so, yes.
Listen, we won't ask you to do any dancing tonight, but perhaps you can do a little bit of tapping inside your atmosphere. Off to your atmosphere, Nikki Bawden.
And the second of our female contenders tonight is Vanda. Now, Vanda, you're a nurse. Where do you work?
I work at St Mary's, which is in Paddington in London.
And what do you do?
I'm a renal dialysis nurse, which means I work with people with kidney disease.
Tell us a little bit about your other sporting achievements.
I'm one of the youngest females ever to have achieved 3rd Dan in Tamiki Aikido.
So how do you think you'll get on tonight?
Well, I'm going to give it my all. That's all I can say.
Congratulations. Over to your atmosphere.
Here's your event commentator, John Sachs.
Thanks, Ulrika, and welcome everybody to the first of our semi-finals. And there's plenty of support for both contenders. And there's Nikki loading up, and of course our Gladiators. A tremendous atmosphere here at the indoor arena. More like a Guns N' Roses gig. Look at that. Remember last week, Warrior came to grief in his atmosphere. Naturally, Warrior was taken straight to hospital and given the best possible treatment. Well, as soon as he was brought back to the arena, Uli interviewed him with our physio, Mike Garmston.
Well, I'm down here in the physio room joining Warrior, who's just returned from hospital. And as you can see, he's got his left leg encased in plaster. How are you feeling, Warrior?
I feel fine now. I was in tremendous pain when the accident occurred. And I've been very well looked after by the doctors and physio here. So I know I'm in very capable hands.
You certainly are. Mike Garmston is our resident physio and has also looked after the Olympic team. What's actually happened to Warrior's leg?
Warrior's actually suffered a patellar dislocation of the knee. It's been reduced in theatre, basically meaning that the kneecap has been put back into place under heavy anaesthetic. And now he's put in a plaster cylinder for the next 6 weeks to make sure that it's stabilised. And what you've got to remember is, with a guy like this, you've got tremendous forces exerting itself through the kneecap. 21 stone of pure muscle has actually ripped out the pulley mechanism of the knee. Whilst he was actually in the apparatus itself, the tibia moved medially and the muscle itself pulled the kneecap right off line. It's a little bit like a train sitting on a track. And what's actually happened is the kneecap has basically been pulled off its track and done tremendous and considerable damage on the inside part of the knee.
Well, you've just heard described to you what's happened to you. What, in your own words, happened when you were inside the atmosphere?
Well, I was following my opponent around, and he turned, and it wasn't anything to do with any impact or collision. It was purely I turned, and my knee stayed behind me, and I thought I'd broke my leg at first when I heard the noise, and I realised that it was my knee that had dislocated. I have had similar, an accident like this before, so it is an old injury which has reoccurred. But it is a tough game, and I suppose in one sense it makes people realise just what a tough game, and all the games in the Gladiators, how tough they are.
Yes, you're put through quite a pacing there, but you've done very well. Your spirits are up. Are you going to return to the game soon?
Hopefully I'll return and be back stronger next year.
Well, listen, everybody here on the team, our contenders and our gladiators, wish you the very, very best of luck and hope that you get your leg out of that plaster sooner than sooner, all right? Now it's back to the action.
Well, that's great news about Warrior, and he asked me to thank you all for the thousands of get well cards, messages, and of course the flowers. So event 1, Atmospheres, the very event where Warrior picked up his injury. Our gladiators are Panther, and she puts in up to 4 hours weight training and bodybuilding per day during the gladiator season to maintain that perfect figure. Her smash-up sister and partner in this event, Flame, will be coming down that ramp like a fireball. In addition to weight training, aerobics and dancing, Flame relaxes with snow and water skiing and softball. And there's the Flame fan club out in force, the Flamettes. Nikki giving away some height and weight. Here's what she said about the first event.
I think Atmospheres is a great game. It's very hard cardiovascularly, but it's really good fun when you're in there rolling around. It's harder to hit the pods than it looks.
So there are Vanda's stats, 5'5" and 9 stone 3. How does Vanda sum up her opponent, Nikki Bawden?
Well, just talking to Nikki briefly, I feel that I've got a slight edge over her mentally-wise. She hasn't said she's going to win, which I have, which I think is very important. You've got to have that clear in your mind at the beginning of the day that you're going to win. She is very good at the swing shot because of the length of her body. I think with her dancing, the steps probably do come a little easier to her. I think she'll probably be quite good on the wall. Atmosphere, I think I may have an advantage because I've probably got stronger legs than her. And I know she's worried about the time that I did in the actual eliminator. I was actually quicker than her by 10 seconds. So if points come to points and for whatever reason, due to luck, she actually has a lead over me at the beginning of the eliminator, I feel quite confident that I'll probably catch her up, as long as it's an auto-dramatic lead, of course.
Positive mental attitude, so important. The audience are rocking. Let's get those balls rolling.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Gladiators go to battle stations in Atmospheres. And here they come, the ton-up twins, Panther and Flame, for the big meeting in the middle. Smashing stuff. Vanda there in the yellow atmosphere and Nicola in the red. A score on a pod is worth 3 points. Here comes Nicola up on pod 4. Can she get it over the middle? She does! 3 points there. There's the plume of gas to confirm the goal. And there's Vanda in the yellow atmosphere. Good, powerful legs as she makes a move on 2 and blocked out there. What great defensive play. And there's Nicola. Our dance teacher doing the quick step down there on pod 2. And those dancer's legs have worked again. Another 3 points there. Tremendous work in that atmosphere. Here comes Vanda on pod 4. And not quite centralizing it that time. You've got to get over the middle to pick up the 3 points. Nicola's done real good in this. We're out of time. Nicola, 6 points, and Vanda yet to get on the scoreboard. Well, Vanda's prediction about Nikki's dancing being a plus factor came good. Look at the speed, balance, and control as she gets that heavy atmosphere directly over pod 2 while chased by Panther.
Well, Nikki, a lot of legwork.
It is, yeah.
But you're a dancer.
I am, yes, but it's a bit different to rolling this thing around.
Well done, Nikki.
Well, Vanda, no score, no points. It's the semis. This could cost you.
No, I'll catch up. There's no worries about that.
Yeah, well, there's plenty more events.
That's true. It's very difficult. I was so closely marked, I couldn't get into the pods. I got near them, but not right into the centre.
Are they really as heavy as they look, these atmospheres?
Very.
Thanks very much.
Oh, great sportsmanship there. And after one event, Nikki has a 6-point lead over Vanda. Back to the Gladiator Arena.
Let's see if the men can give us an equally exciting slice of the action. Let's give a very warm welcome to our first male semi-finalist tonight. He is Kim Dalton. Welcome, Kim.
Hi, Rika.
Now, we may not know you as a fashion photographer. We may know you as something else.
Yeah, I was with the Chippendales.
Well, I say. So, but you managed to keep your clothes on so far.
So far, yeah, but the louder you scream, the more you see.
Keep it down, for goodness sake, keep it down. We want him to keep his clothes on. Well, you have got a challenge on your hands tonight in order to qualify for the grand final. Our first event for you is your atmospheres, so get on into your atmosphere. Kim Dalton.
And our second male contender is Tony. Now, Tony, you've got a gym. Remind us again, what's it called?
It's called Flex Appeal.
And where is it?
It's down in Caterham.
Well, Tony, looking at all the events you've done, you've been the coolest and calmest. I mean, what's your secret?
I'm here for a good time.
Tony, I like that. I think everybody is. Tony, off to your atmosphere. We wish you all the best.
Let the good times roll. As Tony goes off to his yellow atmosphere, the crowd anticipate a real thunderball battle in that Gladiator arena. The cheerleaders, G-Force, orchestrating support for the Gladiators in this men's event. And there's our bird in the cage, the Hawk. This feathered fiend and former Mr. Wales, now living in Caerphilly, has just been pumping his pectorals. I just saw him do 200 deadlifts with 75-pound weights. Look at that smile. His partner in demolition will be Shadow. And Shadow, like Warrior, picked up an injury in a previous program, and we're glad to say he'll be returning to his favorite event, Duel, later on in the program, which is bad news for our contenders. Kim there, 6'2" and 168 pounds, giving away 100 pounds to Shadow. Here's what he had to say about his opponent, Tony.
I think Tony is a very worthy opponent. I think he's very, very strong. And I think it should be a very close contest.
Well, Tony looks pretty calm and collected there. 5'10", 196 pounds, up against Hawk, 6'1", and 238 pounds. Here's what Tony said about Kim.
Kim is a dancer. What else can I say?
Well, obviously he hasn't seen Lionel Blair when he's angry.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1!
So it's the clash of the Titans. Shadow gets down on it, and Hawk swoops off his perch for the big meeting in the middle. And look at that impact on Tony, and that one on Kim. Take some of that, guys. And there's Kim trying to muscle his way in on pod 3 there. No cigar that time. Looks like he's double-teamed there by Gladiators as he makes a break on pod 2. Oh, it didn't go in. And now here comes Tony. He's got to make a break for it. Coming up on 4. Look at that. Oh, every which way but in as he makes a move now away from it. Kim on pod number 4 by the look of it, and that must have been a goal. Yes, it was. 3 points that time. Hit the sensor, and that released the CO2 plume. Here comes Kim on 3. This must be a goal. Look at that. Only just missed it that time. Tony coming up on pod 1. It's in this time. Yes, 3 points there, and Kim just got one on the back as well. That's 3 points. Can't keep up with these guys. And there's Tony, just on the button there. We're out of time. And the scores, Kim 6, Tony 3. I think the guys will be disappointed being a semi-final. They had plenty of room to move around there. There's Hawk on Kim's case, and he's got plenty of space there. He misses, and Tony misses 3, leaving shadow in his wake, and goes on to miss a second one.
Well, Tony, not the start you wanted.
No, you're right there, but I wasn't going to hang around, so wherever I scored.
Well, you've still got many more events to go. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, John.
Well, there's the man who cramped his style, the shadow, and his partner in demolition, Hawk. Good job, fellas. And so the men score after one event. Kim's on 6 and Tony's on 3. Let's join Uli for our next event.
Our next event is the wall. Our contenders face a frantic scramble up this sheer rock face, and they have just 60 seconds to get to the top.
And after 15 seconds, they're going to be chased by our gladiators with the sole intention of pulling them off the wall. If they fall off the wall, they score no points. If they get to the top here with me, they score 10 points. And if after 60 seconds they're still clinging to the wall, they get a very valuable 5 points.
Goodness knows what's going through the minds of our 2 contenders as they look up the 36 feet to the very top of the wall.
Vanda knows Jet's after her, and don't let that smile fool you. She means business. Well, Nikki Bawden caused controversy last time in this event. Let's hear why.
I greased my legs because they were very dry, and I just thought, you know, it would make them look better. And then I thought, as I was doing it, I thought, oh, this is a good idea. She's not going to be able to grip me. And I just thought, oh, I'll put a bit extra on. As it happens, I don't think I actually needed it. I had such a good hold, I don't think she would have got me off anyway. But she's going to get another chance to have a go this time.
Well, look at that expression. I think Scorpio's certainly looking to settle the score as she gets a second opportunity to follow Nikki Bawden up the wall. Like Jet, a strong event for her.
Contenders will go on my first whistle. Gladiators will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Well, being a semi-final, the head start time is reduced from 20 to 15 seconds. And then Jet and Scorpio will be coming up behind them. Last time out, Vanda picked up 10 points for reaching the summit, and Nikki got 5 for maintaining contact with the wall by giving Scorpio the slip. Over that controversial greasing of the legs, and hell hath no fury like a gladiator scorned. Scorpio out to settle the score. And look at Jet closing in on Vanda. Oh, she strikes out. She's got it, and Scorpio's got a grip with Nikki, and Jet takes her down. And look at this. Well, this time Nikki's legs certainly not greased, and Scorpio having a real battle. This is like a repeat performance of last time out. And it looks like Nikki's going to hang on. What a terrific grip. Scorpio picking up her grip there. She's desperate. Oh, she's done it with 3 seconds left on the clock. No points. Tremendous battle there. Scorpio gets revenge. Well, let's have a look through Scorpio's mini camera on top of her helmet. And you can see there she makes up ground on Nikki in no time at all. And a real aerial tug-of-war ends in her favor.
This time, I proved I could catch her and get her off the wall.
And you did it.
I did.
A happy Scorpio after 2 events, scores unchanged. Nikki on 6, Vanda 0. Well, there's Kim and Tony know what's ahead of them. They only have a 10-second head start this time. And there they are concentrating on which route to take up that wall. Is the reduced start time going to be a problem for Tony?
Well, the wall. Yeah, we got 10 seconds on the wall. I need about 8 seconds to get to the first ledge. So I think I'm going to have a good lead on him again. I've got no worries with the wall.
Well, there's one worry. There's the wolf. And by the look on his face, Tony's going to get the full Red Riding Hood treatment here. Oh, Wolf, what big biceps you've got. All the better to wrap around a contender and rip him from the wall. And meanwhile, hot on Kim's heels will be Saracen. Only one Saracen, and at 6'3", he's halfway up the wall before he started. Any predictions in this event, Saracen?
I'll catch him, don't worry.
Contenders will start on my first whistle. Gladiators will start on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
So Kim and Tony say, catch us if you can. They did real well last time out. Tony picked up a full 10, and so did Kim. But, of course, this time the head start time reduced to 10 seconds, being a semi-final. And Wolf is after Tony, and Saracen coming up on Kim. 36 feet to the top. Important to get the right grips. The right... Oh, look at Tony, slipped off. Looks like the grip went there. No points, but Kim making great progress. And over he goes for the full 10 points. And there's Wolf giving Tony a lift down. Kim's with Fash at the top.
Congratulations, Kim. You only had a 10-second head start. This is the semi-finals. How do you feel?
I feel great. I thought I'd lost it at the bottom, but I made it up. Feel brilliant, yeah.
Tell us about your climb, Tony. Where did it all go wrong?
I lost my fingers. Tape on my fingers fell off, and I lost my grip.
Man was after you. You were scared.
Yeah.
That's what you felt, because you were scared.
He got you in the end.
He did. He did. What else can I say? I'll be back.
We hope so, Tony, because after 2 events, Kim's in the lead 16-3. Event 3 is Danger Zone. It's called Danger Zone because the Gladiator is firing tennis balls at 100 miles an hour at the contender. That's the target contenders are trying to hit, which is suspended above the Gladiator. Contenders have 4 attempts to hit the target through the 4 weapon stations, 1 point for each weapon they fire, or 10 points if they hit the target. If after firing all 4 weapons, they still haven't hit the target, they can scramble through the perspex cylinder to punch a lower target, scoring those 10 points. First into the Danger Zone, Nikki, and she'll be facing the firepower of Lightning. Lightning always gives a high voltage performance with that tennis cannon. It's thunderbolts and lightning as contenders pit their wits and hits against her in the cannonball run.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1...
Shootout at the Gladiators Corral. Here comes Nikki. Last time was hit by Phoenix, but picked up 4 points. There's the crossbow. The furthest away, and of course she must release that weapon within 10 seconds or the station auto-destructs. Here's the bazooka. That was close. On to weapon 3, the mortar. Breaks cover now as she makes her way across to the largest of our weapons, the rocket launcher. Oh, was that a hit on the shoulder? Well, the referee hasn't said anything, so she's okay. As she dives through the perspex cylinder, she's got to punch that target underneath Lightning for 10 points. Nikki gets 10 points. Lightning's in the sky. And Vanda's next into the danger zone. Well, last time out, Vanda picked up 2 points after being taken out by Jet. This time, she's up against the itchy trigger finger of Lightning. There's the crossbow. She makes her way across. Oh, look at that! Struck by Lightning. Vanda's hit. Well, she won't be happy about that, but at least she's on the scoreboard with 1 point. A little round of applause there. Let's check the playback, and as she scurries across to Station 2, Lightning picks her off with a leg shot. So after 3 events, Nikki's leading 16-1. Meanwhile, the controversy over Nikki's run has been resolved.
Well, Nikki, we thought you'd got through. I'm sure you thought you got through.
Yes, I did.
But we've seen it on the slow-mo, and you got hit on the 4th station.
That's right, right on my shoulder. I didn't even feel a thing. I thought I was through clear, but it's obvious on the slow motion.
So no problems at all about that. You know that you were hit?
Yep, definitely, yeah.
Well, we wish you best in the next one. Thank you
very much.
Just as I thought, straight through the center of the windshield. So instead of the 10 points for the target, she picks up 3 points for the weapon she fired. So it's 9-1. Here's Shadow.
Are you worried? You know he's a powerful guy. You know he's very accurate, Shadow.
He's big, but I got the gun down on the bottom.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1...
Well, as an ex-Chippendale, he's more used to underwear being hurled at him rather than tennis balls. Kim got 10 last time out. There he is on the crossbow. Oh, look at that, a bullseye! Only 8 seconds. Shadow can't believe it. A dangling gladiator who's a shadow of his former self. Terrific marksmanship from Kim there. One happy contender lapping up the cheers of the crowd. Next up, it's Tony, and he knows he's really got to go some.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1!
Well, Shadow will be out for revenge, and this... Oh, look at that! He's picked him off in 2 seconds. I can't believe it. That's got to be the fastest in the series. Shadow victorious. Look at this marksmanship. Hit in the midsection before Tony even fired a shot in anger.
Well, what happened, Tony?
I left my arm behind.
I think this is the first event that you've come out so quickly.
Yeah, you're right there, but it won't be the last.
Well, save your breath, you'll need it.
After 3 events, Kim increases his lead, 26 points to 3. Not bad for a dancer.
Join us after the break for 3 more grueling and physically demanding events as our 4 contenders battle it out for those 2 precious places in our grand final against the might of the Gladiators!
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena. And our next event is swing shot.
This is the event that looks a lot simpler than it really is. As you can see, our 2 contenders are poised on their platforms 15 feet above the arena floor. So let's get the show on the road. Over to John Sachs.
Thanks, Ulrika. After 3 events in the women's contest, Nikki is leading Vanda by 9 points to 1, and jumping up against them will be Phoenix. Phoenix are expert Thai and kickboxer, plenty of spring, and has proved to be a real high flyer. Her jumping partner is Flame. Swing shot comes with strings attached, each contender's shot cord individually adjusted to their body weights to give them more bounce to the ounce.
Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1!
Swing out, sisters! And up they go, and Nikki picks off a yellow, and Vanda blocked out of the play there, comes away empty-handed. It's in her beak and in the basket for 1 point for yellow, 2 for blue, and 3 for red. Vanda back down, picks off a yellow that time, and Flame does a great body check on Nikki. Back in the basket, it's all even at 1 apiece. Vanda up, blocked by the Phoenix. Nikki up. Taken out by the Flame, but she picks off a yellow. It's in the beak. Those platforms 15 feet up and difficult to get back up to. Up goes Vanda, this time a blue for 2. And Nikki gets a blue too. Evenly matched in this. Oh, look at that. Traffic busy today. What a shot that was. Yellow worth 1 point. Back in the baskets. And here comes a blue for 2. It'll just be on the whistle. Nicola 4, Vanda 4. Nikki enjoyed that. Here she is reaching for that yellow. Flame fails to intercept. Phoenix takes out Vanda. So after 4 events in the women's contest, Nikki's on 13 points, Vanda's on 5. Harnessed up, ready for that swing thing, Tony and Kim. Last time Kim scored 9. He's up against his old adversary.
The Wolfman was right there every time I went up. I'm out to watch him.
And Wolf's out to watch Kim. There he is, born to be wild. Well, we hope you're doing this at home. The Wolfman stomp. Out to prove again, he's the king of swing. Ain't nothing but a wild thing. Wolf's hunting partner, Hawk.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1!
Yes, it's 60 seconds of wild flair in midair as everyone meets in the middle. And look at that, Kim picks off a yellow. And Tony comes away empty-handed. 1 point for a yellow in the basket. Here he comes. Look at that bounce. And up he goes. Oh, look at that. Balls fall to the floor. They're out of play now. Wolfman does a great body check. Here comes Kim. Up he goes. Look at that, a red. I have never seen that before in the series. That's the first time we've seen a red. That's worth 3 points. Here comes Tony. Blocked out of the play. It's raining balls there. But this time, happy to pick off a yellow. 1 point. Look at that phenomenal lead of Kim's. Up he goes. He misses that time. Tony's up. Not enough bounce. He won't reach for the blue. Got to get back to the top of the tower. Look at Kim. Tremendous acceleration. Up he goes for a blue. He's like Twizzle. 2 points there. Kim 9, Tony 1. What a terrific bounce to the ounce. Well, let's enjoy that breathtaking moment when Kim really hit the heights by plucking a red ball from the pole. The first high-flying contender to achieve this feat. There's Tony, not a happy man, only 1 point. Well, now let's take a bird's-eye view of the action as we swing with the hawk on a collision course to intercept Kim. Here he comes. And up we go. And oh, we bang our head on the cylinder. That hurt. After 4 events, Kim extends his lead over Tony 35-4. Our next event, Hang Tough. And our gladiator is Jet. On the other side, facing her across the rings, Nikki. Jet, a terrific athlete, a real favorite.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1.
Well, Jet undefeated in this event. Her strike rate 100%, and she specializes in the mat finish. Nikki last time out picked up 5 points by hanging tough. She has 60 seconds to swing ring by ring to Jet's platform. But I think she better get a move on. She's managed to get to 1 ring so far, and she won't be allowed to hang around there much longer. Jet 1 ringed at the moment, can't find a way in. Our playing area is 50 feet long, 25 feet wide. The rings are 4 feet apart, and it's particularly tough, this discipline, for the ladies. And Nikki making no impression. Surely John Anderson will stop this. And she stopped it herself as she goes down. And look at that. Looks like a scene out of the Barcelona Olympics there. Lots of cuddles, but no points, as we see that Nikki got to the first ring and just stayed there. I made it 23 seconds she hung around.
Well, Nikki, you started off so well. What happened?
I just couldn't get the swing. I could see the ring I wanted to get, and I just couldn't get there.
Well, the audience chanting for the next gladiator, and facing her will be Vanda. We are, of course, chanting for lightning.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1.
So, Lightning, a terrific gymnast, makes her way towards Vanda. Vanda last time out didn't pick up any points. She has great upper body strength, but somehow can't get to grips with this event. You'll notice how our contenders' arms look a little bit longer after this event. It stretches everyone to the limit, and look at Lightning. 1 ringed at the moment. She's dominating the scoring zone. See those blue rings? That's the scoring zone. 5 points for hanging tough in there for the full 60. But ideally, she would like to get across to Lightning's platform to pick up the full 10. And again, Vanda making no progress. Look at that strike by Lightning. And Vanda keeps her off. Our third Dan Aikido karate experts. 1 ringed and drops. She drops out. And another lightning display. Lightning being flash. And our cheerleaders G-Force giving it some pom-pom. After 5 events, there's no change in the state of play. Nikki still has 13, Vanda 5. Now it's the men. There's the Cobra. Our master of the martial arts, our full contact kickboxing champion who excels in this event. They call him the King of the Rings. Kim Dalton, an exponent of the martial arts himself, a karate black belt. Oh, Kim's saying anything you can do, buddy, I can do. Cobra says, OK, try this. Kim says, OK, no problem. What a shot of Cobra's back. He's even got muscles on his muscles, and this is his favourite event. Now, last time out, Kim failed to make any impression on this event, and therefore no points. He's got 60 seconds to cross the rings, and there's 55 to choose from. He gets to Cobra's platform, 10 points. 5 points for hanging tough, and look at that! He's got Cobra guessing, sent him into a spin! And Kim looking behind him. He can't believe he's left the Cobra in his wake. Gets the ring. Keep that guy out of your way. Go on, Kim. Plenty of time left on the clock as Cobra strikes. And Kim is loving every moment. Look at that smile. Look at Cobra, so frustrated. One ring there. Come on, Kim, let's make it to another ring. Not much time left on the clock. He's going to do it. Look at that. So close. Cobra coming in. He's done it. He's made it to the platform, the first ever to do it. 10 points. The crowd are loving it. And there it was, the key moment when he hung a right, sent Cobra the wrong way and left him in his wake.
Well, congratulations, Kim. I think you're the first one of our contenders to actually do that. How do you feel?
I feel brilliant. He chased me last time, I made it this time. Brilliant. Thanks very much.
Well done.
Thanks for all the support.
Cobra! Cobra, what have you got to say? You've been gladiated.
I've got full respect for the guy. Got away. First one to get away. Full respect.
Well done, you two.
Cobra gladiated. Kim Dalton, the first man to make it to the other side, and Kim reckons that's worth a lap of honour. Next up, it's Tony, and last time out, he managed to hang tough and score 5 points.
Well, on the hang tough, it's very hard because it's right at the end. Your fingers are very tired. But as long as you can go straight for the gladiator, keep your legs high, I think I've got a good chance of fighting him off.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1!
Well, Tony is going to need more than a pipe to charm this Cobra. He's way behind Kim and can really do with picking up 10 points for swinging all the way across to the Cobra's platform on the grid of rings. Oh, look at that. He moves straight in. And the Cobra claws around Tony, but Tony's so powerful, he's holding him up there. Look at that, 16 stone of Cobra. The determination in Tony's face, surely he can't hang there any longer. Oh, look at that. Cobra presses the down button on the elevator. Come on down. Another one bites the dust. Great upper body strength displayed by Tony. Look at that, one-handed. Full credit for hanging in there as long as he did, but Cobra gets the job done. So after 5 events, the men's contest stands like this. Kim 45 and Tony 4. Event 6 is Duel. Nikki Bawden will be first up. Victory in this event, 10 points. That's if she can knock lightning off her 12-foot platform, or 5 points if she goes the distance for the full 30 seconds.
Duel, I don't like duel. I've got a thing about being hit round the head.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! On guard! 3, 2, 1!
And they're both evenly matched, both the same height. In fact, it's Lightning giving away 5 pounds, and look at that swing. Nikki Bawden last time played a very defensive game. It looks like Lightning making all the offensive moves at the moment. Nice roundhouses. Good combination from Lightning, and Nikki making a couple of jabs, but not a lot else. Oh, if that had contacted. She's a game girl, is our Lightning, playing right to the edge there. Giving us some stick. Well, 5 points then for going the distance. I think she got off lightly there.
Contender, ready.
Our next duelist is Vanda.
Gladiator, ready.
And it's lightning again.
On guard. 3, 2, 1.
Once again, fairly evenly matched. Remember, 10 points for a KO and 5 points for going the distance. And look at that roundhouse from Lightning. What a headshot. I bet she felt that. I would have expected more aggression from Vanda, considering she's a third dan in Aikido. Lightning making all the offensive moves. Good body jabs there. And Vanda just picking at Lightning. Sure beats mud wrestling. And Lightning sure beating Vanda. Well, Vanda will pick up her 5 points for going the distance. And there's not much room up there. Those platforms are 4 feet in diameter and the pugil stick's 7 feet long. Their wide circumference making it tough for girls to hold on. Lightning splits and Vanda leaves. So after event 6, here's how the women's scores stand. Nikki has 18 points and Vanda's clocked up 10. Now it's the match I've been looking forward to, the men's duel. Kim Dalton taking on the awesome Shadow, who's undefeated at this event. A huge mismatch in terms of body weight. Kim giving away 7 stone in weight.
Contender, ready. Gladiator, ready. On guard.
Shadow, a real contender's nightmare. Speed as well as power.
3, 2, 1.
Shadow goes to war. It's hammer time. And Kim somehow taking these blows upstairs, downstairs, all over the stairs. Down he goes. He's decked him. It's all over in 10 seconds. And if you ask me, in Kim's mind, it never got started. Oh, look at that. A round of applause to Shadow. He deserves it. Just look at this relentless onslaught. A real hammer horror as Kim loses his balance and Shadow gives him a helping hammer, and Kim flies 12 feet to eat mat, notch up another victim on Shadow's pugil stick. Now, Tony could do with a KO and the full 10 points, but that's a tall order against Shadow.
Contender, ready. Gladiator, ready. On guard. 3, 2, 1.
Tony last time met the Warrior, but I don't know if he knows what he's up against here. The Shadow, a lot of defensive players. Shadow goes straight to work. Look at the force of that blow. Tony doesn't know what's hitting him. Shadow is awesome. Look at the power. Tony standing his ground. Oh, he steps across. That's automatic DQ. Shadow does it again. And Tony knows he's been in a war. No points there. As Shadow joins in with the crowd in the chorus of his favorite tune. Orchestrated by our cheerleaders, G-Force, giving it plenty of pom-pom as usual. Let's see the hero's face. And after 6 events, the scores are still 45 to Kim and only 4 to Tony.
Well, after those dramatic duels, I think we all need a chance to catch our breath. We'll be back after the break for our heart-stopping eliminator on the Gladiators!
Ladies and gentlemen, things are hotting up. As you know, this is sudden death. Whoever wins this will go through to our grand final.
Yes, it's the punishing eliminator, the true ultimate challenge where the contenders must get the best out of themselves. Nikki has an 8-point lead on Vanda, each point worth a half second, so 8 points gives her a 4-second head start. Can she make it count?
Nikki, you will start on my first whistle. Vanda, you will start on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Nikki needs to make the most of that 4-second head start time. Vanda quick on eliminator. She's completed this course 10 seconds faster than Nikki in their preliminary rounds. And already Vanda making up great ground on that first cargo net. Come on down the slide and it's up the scramble sheet towards the overhead traverse. Really grueling on the upper body, that. And of course, this eliminator course set out to test their upper body and lower body strengths. 9 obstacles and no gladiators. And Vanda, yes, she's taken the lead. She's overtaken Nikki. And it's on to the second cargo net. And this is a killer. It really takes it out of their legs. And when they think about the travelator yet to come, they'll be looking for a little breather at the top of that cargo net there on the platform. On Gladiators, the toughest get tougher, the fastest get faster. Vanda will be the first down that zip line for the 90-foot wild ride to the crash mats. Has she got anything left in her legs? Deep breath now as she runs up the travelator. She's got to do it in one burst. She does it. Up to grab the rope. Geronimo, and into the final. Well done, Vanda. Nikki Bawden still going strong, giving it 100%. The crowd behind her. There's no losers on Gladiators, just the winners and the runners-up. Nikki Bawden's through. Well done, Nikki.
How do you feel? I was even so... I just tried to keep my mind on that rope at the end. It came to me so quickly. I'd like to thank everybody for shouting me, especially my sisters!
You deserve it. Well done. Congratulations.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this lady is still smiling.
I'd like to say thank you to everybody. I've had a wonderful time while I've been here. It's the taking part, not the winning, that counts.
Hey!
Well, let's relive that glorious moment when Vanda Fairchild, after all her hard effort, swings through the paper burst and into the grand final of Gladiators 1992 in 2 weeks.
Oh, Tony, we've got to ask you, how is that arm?
It's pretty dead at the moment. It's got no energy left, but I'll go for it.
Now, this is what you did on hang tough, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was hang tough and swing shot.
Do you think you've got enough to get round the course?
I'll do my best. The game's not over yet.
It's not over, but Kim has amassed an incredible 41-point lead, which converts to a 20.5-second head start. Surely unassailable.
Kim, you will start on my first whistle. Tony, you will start on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1...
Is it asking too much? That deficit is going to be hard for Tony to overcome. Seeing Kim race away those 21 seconds must feel like an eternity. Remember, whoever completes this semi-final eliminator course wins a place in the final. And look at Kim, he's got all day as he heads across on the overhead handbike. And you heard that second whistle, and look at him go. Tony has got so much ground to make. And already Kim a third of the way round the course. There goes Tony like Batman up the scramble sheet as we approach the second cargo net with Kim. Look at him pumping that handbike. And Kim not really getting to grips with that grueling second cargo net. Look at this ground he's made up. Already Tony is hot on his heels. Well, have you ever seen anything like it? What a deficit. Kim down that 90-foot zip line to the crash mats. And what must be going through his mind? He knows that Tony is hot on his heels as he hits the travelator. Here comes Kim. He grabs the rope. Victory, Geronimo! Good time, 1-9, and here comes Tony. What an incredible catching up job as he comes through. Only 7 seconds behind. Incredible accomplishment considering the deficit. He's made up 13 seconds. And this was the moment that won Kim a place in the 1992 final of Gladiators.
Kim, you're a true winner. That 20.5 seconds really proved to be invaluable.
It did, but he got me on the net.
He was very close.
He's a fantastic contester. He's very powerful.
What was going through your mind when he was catching you up?
I thought, this is it, I've had it. Brilliant, thanks, Tony.
Well, you've done it. You've got a place in the final. How do you feel about that?
Brilliant, thanks for all the support.
Well done.
Well, Tony, nearly. You were behind him. What happened?
It's too big a lead, basically. My arm held in, but well, it's a bad day from the start.
Well, at one point, you nearly actually caught him.
Yeah, I know. He got a second burst of energy, I think. Saw me behind him. He's just left me behind again.
Well, never mind. All the best anyway. Thanks very much, Tony.
Thank you, John.
Great contenders, and what a nail-biter. Come back next week and find out who'll be joining Kim and Vanda as our next two semi-finalists face the ultimate challenge of...
Well, if you're thinking of visiting Appledurcombe House anytime in the near future, there's something you need to know. Stay with us for Paranormal Investigations with Most Haunted at 9. After the break, a Sixth Sense double with Colin Fry.
Are you a gladiator? Show the stuff you're made of. Can you steal the fate of the gladiator? Can you challenge the gladiator? Will you take on the gladiators? Will you be the new champion? The gladiator!